Hello dear students, now I am going to discuss your first poem, that is Bharat our Land. It's composed by Subramanya Bharati, and I would like to discuss the objective and the central idea of this very poem. So actually the poem aims to develop love and pride for India, that is Bharat. Highlight India's natural beauty through the Himalayas and the Ganga. Celebrate India's rich spiritual and cultural heritage through the Upanishads, sages, and Buddha. Remind readers of India's glorious past and ancient civilization. Now, you have some uncommon phrases and difficult words also, and that is what I am going to tell you the meaning of these words. The first word is Himavant, and it refers to the Himalayas. That is the next one. The poet has used grace word, and it refers to, that is, beauty and elegance. Sacred word, it refers to worthy of respect. Scriptures, that is religious texts. Peerless word has been used, and it is the unmatched or without equal. Now gallant word, that is brave and courageous. Sage, that is a wise and holy person. Sanctified word, that is made holy. Divinest, most heavenly or divine. Brahma knowledge, spiritual knowledge or ultimate reality. That is Dhamma, Buddha's teachings. Very antiquity, that is very ancient history. Now, I would like to tell you the brief summary of this very poem. Bharat, our land, is a patriotic poem written by Subramanya Bharati, as I earlier told you. In this poem, the poet expresses deep pride in India's natural beauty, rich culture, spiritual wisdom, and glorious heritage. That is Himavant. The sacred river Ganga and the ancient Upanishads, describing them as treasures that make India unique. The poet also remembers the brave warriors, wise sages, divine music, and noble traditions that have enriched the country. He highlights the great spiritual knowledge and the teachings of Buddha originated and flourished in this land. Finally, he declares that Bharat is an ancient, glorious, and unmatched nation, urging everyone to love, respect, and praise their motherland. So, this is the brief summary of this poem. Now, I am going to explain stanza wise. And the first stanza is Of all the lands in the wide world, our Bharat is the best. And the poet means to say that he proudly says that among all the countries in the world, India is the greatest. It is blessed with the mighty Himalayas and the sacred river Ganga, which are symbols of its natural beauty and grandeur. Now in stanza 2, where the Upanishads were born, here these lines mean that India is the birthplace of the Upanishads, which contain profound spiritual wisdom. The country has been a center of learning and knowledge that has guided humanity for centuries. Stanza 3, where music, sweet and noble arts. The poet speaks here and he praises India as a land rich in music, art, culture and literature. These treasures have brought joy and enlightenment to people and have enhanced the country's glorious heritage. In stanza 4, where heroes brave and sages wise. So India has produced many brave warriors who defended the nation and wise sages who spread knowledge and spiritual teachings. Their contributions have made India respected throughout the world. Stanza 5, where Buddha's message spread, and here the poet highlights that the teachings of Buddha, which promote peace, compassion and non-violence, flourished in India and spread to many parts of the world. Stanza 6, such is our ancient glorious land. And here the poet speaks and concludes. It is the concluding stanza. The poet expresses immense pride in India's ancient civilization. He is proud of that is the India's ancient civilization, rich traditions and glorious achievements. He urges everyone to love, honor and celebrate their motherland. So, the poet appreciates and praises the rich heritage of this very land, that is Bharat, India, and we all are proud of our country, our nation. Now, I will discuss some poetic devices used by the poet, and repetition, that is ours repeated several times, and it creates rhythm and emphasizes national pride. That is hyperbole, that is the exaggeration. There is no equal anywhere on earth, and it highlights India's greatness. Personification, that is, she is peerless, let's praise her, and India is a peerless, and it is presented as a mother-like figure deserving love and respect. Alliteration, generous Ganga. Here, repetition of the G sound, that is Then imagery has also been used in this very poem. This sunny golden land is ours, and its effect is it creates a vivid picture of India's beauty. Now, I would like to conclude this very poem by saying something that it is the praise of this vast land that is India, Bharat. And while praising and appreciating this very nation, the poet wants to wants to urge us to respect, love our land that is Bharat. And I hope you might have understood, because my language is very simple and I always try my best to make you know, make you understand in a simple and lucid way. Thank you all. In next class, that if you have any queries related to this very poem, I will discuss. Thank you all. कर दिए थे